OpenClaw just shipped 45 new updates this month, and there's a very good chance that you missed the 5 that matter most. If you're running a local AI agent right now, odds are you're burning hundreds of dollars a week in API calls for simple background tasks that a cheaper model could handle without breaking a sweat. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I upgraded my OpenClaw agent with 5 hidden superpowers that dropped my AI bill to $10 a week, gave it permanent memory, and plugged it directly into every app I use without touching a single API key. So you can save a fortune in token costs, ship real work while you sleep, and stop paying Claude or ChatGPT $200 a month for stuff your own machine can do. Everything I'm using is free or close to it. Links are down below. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Jimmy Barkway. I run a profitable AI startup. So if you haven't already, grab yourself a fresh cup of tea and let's dive straight in. I've put a Notion guide together for you, which walks through step by step everything that we are looking at today, all the prompts, all the commands, everything you need in one place. And you can find that by coming into the community. First link down below, come into the classroom, down to AI Vault, just here, and then come down to AI Assistance, right here. First one at the top, scroll down to the bottom and you got your free Notion guide right there. So today we're going to be turning OpenClaw into a full personal AI agent with 5 new upgrades that you can apply today. Most agents are burning money. You're probably familiar with this. API costs are not cheap, especially when it comes to Claude Opus. 4.6 or 4.7 just dropped as well. If you want to burn some tokens, I recommend using this model. OpenClaw shipped a ton of updates this month, and I want to walk through the 5 that I am definitely going to be using within my workflow that have got the highest leverage. And I'll also be showing you exactly how to set these up, every prompt. All of this is already inside the new update of OpenClaw, and I'm going to show you exactly how to flip it on. We're going to route every call through the cheapest capable model, not the cheapest model possible, the cheapest model that can do the job to the standard we're looking for. Using Claude Opus for your background tasks like checking your email or writing summaries is like hiring a world-class software developer and telling them to take out the trash. I'm going to show you how to automatically route. So I'm going to show you how to get OpenClaw to automatically route different tasks to various different models depending on their complexity. So you're not losing Claude Opus, you can still use that. And OpenClaw will still use that when complex reasoning is necessary. And then we're going to give your agent a memory that survives every new chat. Your agent's going to learn who you are, what you build, and how you work, and it's going to remember all of it every time you open Telegram with no more rebriefing. And we're going to plug your agent into every app that you already pay for without any additional API keys. Zapier have released a new SDK. This stands for Software Development Kit, and it's basically a replacement for MCP that Zapier have come up with. And it means your AI agents can access any app that is connected to Zapier. If you haven't heard of Zapier, they connect with over 5,000 apps, including all the ones that you use every day. So this has massively simplified the way that OpenClaw can connect to all of these apps and actually do things, actually give it hands to do the work that you need it to do. And then we're going to generate images and music without ever having to leave the chat. And finally, we can learn how to kill a runaway agent that instantly goes off the rails with a command that stops it in its tracks if it starts doing things that you don't want it to be doing. So this is what's new. $10 per week in agent runtime, over 7,000 apps actually via Zapier, 0 API keys to manage, and then 1 command to stop your agent from doing anything you don't want it to. Let's go. You might be familiar with OpenRouter or OpenRouter, depending on what part of the world you're from. I'm in the UK, so we say OpenRouter. This is the unified interface for LLMs. If you're thinking, oh, Jimmy, I know about OpenRouter, like, don't go over this again, please. You probably haven't seen what I'm about to show you. So you can see what my OpenClaw's been up to over the past few days. It's not been using Claude Opus 4.6 for every single little task. You can see every heartbeat, every time it does anything, it's burning tokens. And a lot of these are just simple background tasks that it's doing to keep ticking over. We don't need Claude Opus 4.6 for every single background task. Now look at the difference in cost. If we go into 2.5 Flash, the cost for this was less than 1 cent. It was 1/10 of 1 cent. We come into Opus, the cost is 10 to 20x more. Now, you get a lot more bang for your buck out of Opus, of course, but you don't need it for everything. So how do we get OpenClaw to automatically route through the best model for the job in order to save you tokens whilst not sacrificing great reasoning when we need it? OpenRouter's answer to this is OpenRouter/Auto. When we use OpenRouter within OpenClaw and the OpenRouter/Auto model, it's going to automate the process of cycling through all of these models. So we've got Grok in there, we've got Sonar Perplexity, we've got OpenAI models, we've got Google Gemini models, everything from 2.5 Flash Lite, extremely cheap, all the way to 3.1 Pro. We've also got the Anthropic Claude models, Sonnet, Opus, and Haiku as well. And you can see from my logs that it is still mostly using Opus 4.6 for those really important tasks. But I'm saving tokens, 15 to 20x less tokens for this call by automatically switching. You're running local agents, you know they're constantly doing background tasks like checking emails, reading files, testing workflows. I'm going to set up OpenRouter Auto so that my agent dynamically routes simple tasks to cheaper models and saves the expensive models for more complex logic. Hey, Jeffrey, can you set OpenRouter as my primary model provider, enable auto routing, and use the absolute cheapest model for background checks and heartbeat tasks, but automatically upgrade to advanced reasoning models when you think that'd be a better model for the job? The goal here is to save on tokens without sacrificing quality. I called my OpenClaw Jeffrey because I thought it was funny. And then what I would do is come over here and just copy this just so it's dead clear on which model we want to be using. And you can paste that in there and send it off. Just zoomed out a bit so you can see better. So I've already got OpenRouter Auto set on my OpenClaw. But as soon as you put in this prompt, it will set up OpenRouter for you and automatically upgrade to advanced models for more complex reasoning. This one change is going to save you a ton in token costs. Next, we're going to change the heartbeats. Hey, Jeffrey, running a heartbeat every 30 minutes is draining my API budget like crazy. Switch the heartbeat to a cron job that runs once a day at 8 a.m. using a low-cost model. And we'll send that off. On it, let me set up a daily 8 a.m. cron job and clear the heartbeat file so it stops polling. Set up a cron job named Daily Morning Check that will run every day at 8 a.m. London time. It will use the Gemini 2.0 Flash model for this task and will announce the results to our chat. I've also cleared the heartbeat file to stop the 30-minute interval checks. This should significantly reduce API costs while ensuring a daily check is still performed. Boom. Next, we can activate memory and dreaming, a new feature within OpenClaw. One of the most frustrating things about AI is having to repeat yourself. Here's the tech I like using, here's how I like my code formatted, and here's my YouTube channel for reference. OpenClaw has a new dreaming feature. During its downtime, it acts like a human brain, dreaming like a human, sorting through our daily chats, discarding the noise, and writing the important context into a permanent memory file. Let's go ahead and seed that memory now so I never have to remind it again. And to find dreaming in OpenClaw, you can just come down to your control center, and then down along the side here, you've got dreaming right there. Then you've got your scene, which just tells you what state OpenClaw is in at the moment. You've got a diary, which tells you everything that's being saved, and a daily log review just here as well. Now, before you do this, just make sure that dreaming is on by clicking this toggle in the top right there. Hey, Jeffrey, can you enable the active memory plugin? Use balanced query mode with a 15-second timeout and apply it to the main agent only. I am Jimmy Barkway. I run a YouTube channel focused on AI automation and building AI agents. I'm based in the UK. My core tech stack includes Claude Code, OpenClaw. I prefer technical, no fluff answers when we're brainstorming workflows. I prefer you to challenge me when I need to be challenged. And I want straight to the point, no fluff answers when we're brainstorming new workflows. Got it, Jimmy. Thanks for the clear summary. I've updated my understanding of your role, your tech stack, and your preferences for communication. And as it goes into streaming mode, it's going to be storing all of this into its memory on a permanent basis. Do me a favor and draft 3 potential YouTube videos that I could be making next week. And it's given me some good ideas there. Top 5 AI automation tools that actually save you time, and AI agents versus traditional automation, when to use what and why. Okay, this next one is super important. This is the God mode upgrade for your OpenClaw. We're going to be connecting the Zapier SDK to your agent, so it's got thousands of potential apps that it can be using without you having to set up every individual API key. And to do that, let's start a new chat. Also, quick tip, type in / and you can see all the available commands you can send to OpenClaw. Normally getting an AI agent to talk to your Slack or YouTube requires messing with OAuth tokens and setting up Google Cloud projects. Managing a dozen different API keys is no easy feat. It's a nightmare to maintain, but the Zapier SDK changes everything. It acts as a universal adapter. By logging into Zapier once, my OpenClaw agent instantly inherits secure access. So I've taken this prompt from the Notion guide because it's got the Zapier SDK docs there as well. Install the Zapier SDK using the official docs, execute the setup, install the required packages, and provide me with the login link. Okay, it's got the documentation. It's going through the setup instructions. It can see that my Node.js is installed. It's sorting out dependencies. And then we just need to allow Zapier SDK. And then you can close this window. Please let me know once you've done this so I can proceed. Done, proceed. Okay, here's a summary of your connected apps. 3 connections found: my YouTube, my Slack, and the Zapier storage. Thanks, Jeffrey. Can you pull some data from the YouTube API on my latest analytics? I want my best performing video and anything else you think is relevant, and then send that to the Zapier demo Slack channel within my Slack, please. Okay, so it's doing all of this without us having to do anything except use natural language. And I've only got these 2 connected, but imagine what you can do with the thousands of other apps that are connected to Zapier now. The Zapier SDK is in an open beta at the moment, so right now it is free. I'm not sure if that's always going to be the case, so be quick on this one. Got the channel stats. Now let me get the top video and then send to Slack. So pull the channel data, send this off to Slack, and let's have a look. Okay, 1,200 subscribers, 44,000 views, 17 videos published and counting, channel created late last year. And it's got my best performing video there as well. It's pulled actual YouTube analytics without us having to set up APIs, without us having to set up anything complex, really. It was pretty simple. And there's a link to that video there. Now let's do another test. I'm going to take the URL for the OpenClaw skills docs page, give it to OpenClaw and say, hey, Jeffrey, can you do me a favor, have a look at this URL and then summarize the information and send it off to the same Slack channel, please. And let's see what it does. And apparently it's done. Let's check it out. Okay, so it's read the page, summarized all the main skills, key concepts, and there's a link to it at the bottom as well. Quick note on ClawHub. So this is a great place to find new skills for your OpenClaw. I do recommend checking it out, although there have been some reports of malware within certain community skills on there. So just do your due diligence and be extra careful and only use skills from official sources that you trust. So upgrade number 4, we can now trigger native media generation directly from the Telegram chat. Hey, Jeffrey, can you generate me an image of a rubber duck playing the guitar, floating along the River Thames in London? Make it beautiful, cinematic, super high definition, 8K. Okay, it's written out a prompt for me. Prompt looks good. Proceed to create the image. There we are. We've got our Thames Drifter rubber ducky, just like we asked. And that looks pretty good. Still AI slop, but that's what we asked for. But the point is, it's using the image generation tool without me having to write any custom scripts or without any pain of going back and forth. Generate a 30-second lo-fi chill hop beat suitable for background music in a coding tutorial. Keep it relaxed and atmospheric. And there we go. This took less than a minute, by the way. The lo-fi chill hop beat is ready. Dusty vinyl drums, jazzy Rhodes chords, gentle rain texture, perfect coding tutorial background vibes. Let's check it out. It's a vibe. Okay, pretty impressed so far. Okay, now I want to show you how we can stop OpenClaw in its tracks. When you give an AI agent access to your budget and your apps, things can go wrong. Agents hallucinate, they get stuck in infinite loops, or start burning tokens really aggressively. We need to be able to stop that. You absolutely must have a kill switch in there. If you see Telegram going crazy with tool calls, or you need to know how to abort the process, just put in something like this. Hey, OpenClaw, can you go out into the world and make me infinite money and then come back when you have all the money in the world? And before it comes back with that, you can just type in /stop and the agent was aborted. Super useful. if it's going off in a tangent or doing anything that you don't want it to be doing. So we've covered token optimization, active memory, the new Zapier SDK, so you can connect to thousands of apps, media generation, and the all-important kill switch. The Zapier SDK is in open beta right now, so check the link in the description. Now, if you want to eliminate your token costs entirely for OpenClaw, then check out this video right here.